Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Olvar, and in this video, I wanted to give my first impressions on a new game called Rune Slayer. It came out a week ago, and sadly, I didn't get the chance to play it then because the game was taken down by Roblox like 50 or 60 minutes after it released. There were a lot of theories going around on why the game was deleted, ranging from the game having stolen assets, deep-woken players mass reporting the game out of spite, to accusations of the game being racist. Obviously, all of these theories were incorrect. After trying it, as far as I can tell at least, the game doesn't seem to have any stolen assets. And it probably wouldn't have gotten taken down so quickly if that was the actual reason. I honestly doubt deep-woken players would mass report the game to the point that it would actually be taken down by Roblox. But if that were true, it would be kind of unfortunate because there's probably a good amount of deep-woken players that might enjoy this game too. And probably the most insane theory to me was that the game was taken down for being racist. Let me get this out of the way, I don't think it is. In this game, you can create different types of armor, and you need cotton for some of that armor. So basically, some people's thought process was that the game got taken down because you have to pick cotton to gather material for crafting. Look, I know enough US history to know where people are coming from when they say this, but I honestly don't think it was offensive. It wasn't played off as a joke or anything like that. It's just a simple game mechanic. And I don't think it even crossed the devs' minds that people would take offense to it. The real reason the game got taken down seems to be much more simple than all of this. There was a problem with the chat filter, and obviously, Roblox moderation takes this type of stuff very seriously, so the game was shut down very quickly. Thankfully, I did get to play Rune Slayer when it re-released yesterday, as you can see from the footage, and I was actually having a lot of fun, until the craziest thing happened. The game got taken down a second time after less than 2 hours. I've personally never seen this happen to a game on release, let alone twice. I don't know what happened the second time around. I don't think the devs know either. They've made an announcement saying it got taken down for misuse of Roblox systems again. Whatever that means, hopefully this will be solved soon. Last time this happened, there wasn't any sort of data loss from what I can gather. Players didn't lose any levels or anything like that. They just kept playing from where they left off last time. So I don't expect there to be a problem this time either. The devs have talked about giving some sort of compensation to players when the game is back up, which is definitely the right PR choice in my opinion. Right now, there is no confirmation on when the game will be back up and playable. I'm guessing it will be next weekend if all goes well. Hopefully, all of this drama has a silver lining in bringing more attention to this game. Because the reason I'm even making a video about this is that I had a lot of fun for the short amount of time I've been able to play this game. There's a lot of things to like about this game. It has a quick in-game tutorial so you can learn the controls and other basic stuff pretty easily. It's unfortunate for me because game guides is kind of what I do on this YouTube channel, but it's pretty easy to get into this game it seems. It will teach you how the combat works, which in my case was definitely needed. I'm not very used to games with parry mechanics, so I needed some adjustment, but overall the combat felt very responsive. I wasn't having any lag issues or anything like that, which is very surprising considering I was playing during release. Rune Slayer has been compared to Deep Woken, which is odd because this isn't a permadeath game. I guess people feel the game is similar based on the combat having a parrying system, but a lot of other games have this. The tutorial ends with a huge boss fight. A quick note to any future game devs out there, if your game has a vampire dragon, starting the game with that is a good choice. Nobody wants to fight bandits for the first 10 minutes of the game. I imagine if you're actually good at the game, you can beat this dragon without leaving the tutorial. I just started though, and I'm not familiar with this type of combat system, so I definitely died here. Thankfully, you don't actually have to defeat it, and you can jump into the game right after dying. Another thing this game does well is the grind, at least for the early game, which is what I've been able to experience so far. It hasn't gotten stale or felt repetitive. There's a lot of different quests, and yes, a lot of them have you kill different mobs, but it's done in the best way possible. The game doesn't hold your hand when doing quests, and you kind of have to figure out where everything is on your own. And when you do have to kill mobs to complete a quest, it's actually fun. There's good map design and NPC placement. You might just need to kill some deers to complete a quest, but they're spread around the map. You might be fighting something simple like a green slime, but if you want to win, you have to change up your strategy. You'll have to avoid their projectiles and not stay too close to them for too long to avoid dying to their poison. My point is, you're not fighting static bandit enemies that all play more or less the same. Each NPC enemy fights a little bit differently. You can fight giant bees that will fling you into the air, wolves, bears, giant boss slimes. They all have different attack patterns to keep it interesting. Something else that keeps the early game interesting is that the game encourages you to multitask when doing quests. You might have to kill 4 slimes to complete a quest, but since you won't find them in the same place, you'll end up sidetracking and doing multiple quests at the same time, which definitely keeps leveling fun as you mix in combat with exploring. The game also encourages teamwork simply by virtue of the difficulty of some of the basic NPCs, at least for a low level player. Even some of the basic mobs are much easier to defeat if you have a team of friends helping you. It also has some interesting mechanics like being able to tame enemy mobs so they will fight alongside you. The game is free, so I definitely encourage you to check it out yourself. I'll leave the Discord server in the description. Hopefully we'll have an announcement on when the game is returning soon.